What's up, Buttercups? It's me, Amy Young. I'm coming at you with a Friday freestyle on a very important topic. It's one that I touch upon a lot, but today I'm touching on it with like a fucking sledgehammer because it's so important and just pervasively a problem for the lady folk in the love department. Ladies, I implore you, I beg of you, pretty please, if you would be so willing, raise the damn bar. Look at my hands right now. Look what's happening to them. I need everyone to agree that we're raising the bar. I need this to happen right now because the number of conversations that I have, and I'm gonna tell a story from my own personal experience where it was like, whoa, wake up call, raise the damn bar. But I have so many conversations and I receive so many messages and emails from women whose number one problem is just that the bar is like non-existent. It's like basement level, the bar, meaning everybody clears it. Everyone can clear the bar. And then they're like 3 months into something with like a goober doof face who is not equipped to meet their needs, who's not relationship ready, and they could have realized it right away if the bar had just been raised a little bit. So when we're talking about raising the bar, what we really mean is raising our standards, right? Knowing specifically and unapologetically what we need from a partner and not being afraid to communicate it, not being afraid to look for it and discover if it is not there. Raising the bar means saying goodbye to a lot more people. Because most people, if you really want a high quality connection and you really want aligned partnership and true love, most people aren't gonna be a match for you. But when the bar is on the ground, when the bar is in the basement, it's because we're in the business of more guys, not the right guys. It's because we just wanna take attention and love and affection and adoration and approval where we can get it, versus saying, no, I don't need anybody else's attention, love, approval, validation. I got plenty of that, right? I fill up my own damn cup. So I get to be choosy. I get to be selective. So, story time. Tale from the crypt. It's been a while since I've told a story, tale from the crypt. So years and years ago, I was in a long distance relationship. I mean, a barely relationship, right? It had been like 3-4 months. And I was seeing this guy when I lived in New York. And he lived in DC and we were going back and forth and back and forth. And I liked him a lot. And he was really smart and super hot, if I may say so myself. And things had been going pretty well, but the longer that we were, you know, seeing one another and doing this whole long distance thing, it was sort of like the more, the longer the distance was getting, like he was pulling away and I could sense it and I can feel it. But you know, when you're in a habit of like chasing someone, when that happens, it just makes you want to scurry after them faster. And I was a chronic chaser, right? Like I was like, you're pulling away, let me cling harder, versus like, oh, you're pulling away, I don't know if I like that, which is a good transition to start making, right? To recognize that when someone pulls away, that's not an indicator to scurry and chase and pull harder for them. It's an indicator to actually let it go a little bit and assess what's going on there. So I could sense him like pulling away and I was freaking out about it and I was really upset. And I remember after one weekend, he had come and spent the weekend with me. It was around the holiday season in New York. Like we'd gone to Rockefeller Center and seen the big damn tree and it was so romantic. He left and I didn't hear from him for like 4 days, which was very uncomfortable to me because we just spent the whole weekend together, you know, like it was like Bang Fest 2000, whatever year it was at the time. Yeah, we're like making breakfast and being all cutesy boyfriendy, girlfriendy together. And then he just disappears and fritters away into the night and I didn't hear from him. So I remember talking to a girlfriend of mine about it and she said, Amy, you have to have a conversation with him because she's like, this is eating you up inside. Like I can see that it like upsets you. Like, and that's not cool, right? Like he should be willing to call you. You should be able to get in touch with him. Like I couldn't get in touch with him. So I had a conversation with him about it, right? And I said, hey, dude, I like you. And I've had so much fun with you. Like when you're here, when I'm there, it's great. But if we're gonna be doing this, like I need to hear from you a little bit more. Like, and I remember what I was suggesting, the need that I was putting out there was, could we like talk on the phone maybe once a week? Since, you know, we're at this distance, it would be really nice if I could like hear your voice once a week and we could just catch up on each other's lives. And without missing a beat, he goes, I'll tell you what, I think maybe this has run its course. If that's how you feel, I think this has probably run its course. Homie could not deliver one phone call a week. And my reaction and response internally, I may have even said this on the phone because I got very upset and emotional immediately. My internal response was, oh no, I really fucked this up. I really, really screwed this up. What was I thinking? Asking for a phone call? What am I, stupid? Ugh, of course he doesn't want to talk to you on the phone. You should just be satisfied with, yeah, like these 3-day trysts that the two of you are. Why do you need a phone call, Amy? Why are you so needy? I started like beating myself up and feeling really embarrassed and upset that I'd asked for anything at all. And I was just so upset that he, you know, was drawing a line in the sand and being like, I can't do this if you want a phone call once a week. So I'm devastated, right? Early 20s Amy, God bless her fucking heart. I was so upset. I went into work the next day and my beautiful manager, Laura, who I've talked about in videos before, she's older, she's wiser. She has been around the block and seen her own version of bullshit. She asked me, you know, like, oh, hey, how's things going like with that guy? Right? Like, wasn't he in town this weekend or something? And I was like, oh my God, like immediately the tears start. I was like, I really fucked it up. Like I really screwed it up, Laura, screwed it up. And she's like, okay, what's happening? I said, I, you know, asked him if like maybe we could talk on the phone once in a while because he was here this past weekend and we had so much fun together, but then I didn't hear from him and I thought, well, maybe we could just, you know, he could call me because it would just make me feel like, you know, he cared. And he couldn't do it. I'm so stupid. Like, I can't believe I thought. And she stopped me mid-sentence and said, Amy, he could have sent you flowers. And I was like, what? And she was like, you're asking for a phone call? Amy, that's the bare minimum. Like, if he can't do that, this is not a relationship guy. Like, he could have sent you flowers. He could have decided to stay an extra day. He could have called you while he was on the train back to DC and said, I can't wait for the next weekend. Is there any way that, you know, we can move it up sooner? She's like, you're not asking for anything. Like, you need to really consider that, like, the guy who's right for you, like someone who's really relationship, that's not gonna be a problem for them. Like, they're not gonna have an issue with, oh, hey, one phone call a week. You won't even have to ask for that. And it was like my brain exploded in like a good way, but in like a whoa, red pill, blue pill kind of way, right? That's a reference to The Matrix if you're like a very latent millennial. Matrix is still a great movie, it still holds up. But it was very eye-opening to me because my first instinct, right, was to blame myself and think I was asking for too much. And then she was essentially saying, baby girl, ask for way more than that. Actually, you know what? You shouldn't even have to ask for more than that. The right guy, he could have sent you flowers. That's like the level of like attention and consideration and appreciation that someone could be putting towards you in this budding, blossoming relationship that you're building after a magical weekend together. Of one phone call a week, pot diggity dog. If he can't do that, good riddance, good luck to him. So I want you to carry this little tidbit gem with you, right? It's something that I have, this is a story I've told to clients. This is a nugget to me that just essentially means raise the damn bar. He could have sent you flowers. If there's a dude in your life who's making you feel like you're asking for a lot, he could be showering you with love and attention and every beautiful thing right now. You are that deserving. But it starts with you first recognizing it and not being afraid to walk into any potential new connection and union commanding that level of respect, right? That level of consideration. You're fucking worth it. There's no doubt in my mind. So don't forget it and don't act like it's any other way. Good talk. I'll see you next week with a beautiful Not the Friday freestyle. If you like this video, why not subscribe to my channel? And if you want to connect with me more on a regular basis, you can hit the link in the description box to go to my website and sign up to be on my email list. You'll learn more about workshops, programs, offerings, blog posts, all kinds of stuff that I deliver over there. That would be super swell. And until next time, I hope you're having a great day, night, weekend, wherever you are. I love you, and I'll see ya.